Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to CryptoTraders Room. This is your host, Crypto Trader. And CryptoTraders Room is the only place where we eat, drink, sleep, dream, trade, and invest in digital currencies. It's a pleasure to have you today. And if you're a new-time viewer, welcome and thank you for finding us. And don't forget to stay connected. You can find us on YouTube, of course, Steam it, Twitter, as well as Facebook. It's kind of early for me. I haven't drank much coffee yet. I'm a little out of it. But also sign up for our mailing list. And by signing up for our mailing list, you could actually sign up for our Slack chat. You can do that by going to CryptoTradersRoom.com, and you'll click on sign up, and you'll have two options. One is to sign up for the Slack chat, and we'll just ask you to answer a brief questionnaire and submit that. It's just kind of a way for us to vet the people that are coming onto our Slack chat and just to keep everybody safe. And then you have the option also of signing up for the one-on-one consultation, kind of like a mentorship program that I do offer. And there's 2 sessions per day that are offered. So if that's something you're interested in and want to take advantage of, it's an hour-long session, and we'll cover anything and everything that's really a concern for you in this cryptocurrency market. But let's see who we got today. Warpler, you're first today. Welcome, buddy. Thank you so much. I'm assuming Stefan, ST3F4N. Welcome. Great to see new names on here. Abis Saeed. Welcome. Kaif Halik. Breck. What is up, buddy? Hope you're doing well. David Carroll. And I know, Andreas, you can't be on today, or you're probably not on. But yeah, thoughts and prayers to you guys in Ireland. There is a hurricane that's hitting them pretty hard, so you guys stay safe out there. Marion, welcome, buddy. Welcome. It's great to see you. But what is going on today? Market's doing very well. Very well. Total market cap. Let's go ahead and take a look at that real quick. I know it was 175 billion when I looked at it earlier. Let's see if it actually exceeded that 175. But yeah, market cap all-time high is 176 billion. You know, so almost 177 billion. 176.921 billion was the all-time high. So we're not that far away from hitting the all-time high currently. You know, and this market has really made a huge comeback. And like I've said before, there's really nothing that's going to keep Bitcoin down. It's not. And I want to make sure you guys can hear me because I was having audio issues earlier, and I want to make sure everything's good. So if you are able to hear me, please let me know. But yeah, 177. Okay, so 176 was not the all-time high. I made a mistake. I do apologize. 177.457 billion was the all-time high. So let me jot that down because I'm going to change it on the title. Actually, I'm sorry, man, this thing is not cooperating with me. So let's see. Let me get up to this top. Yeah, this chart on CoinMarketCap is not that great. 178 billion, 178.626 billion. So that was the all-time high that was set. Unless the cursor is just not cooperating. Actually, the cursor is not cooperating. So let me get a little more granular on this all-time high, just to pinpoint it. 179.819. So $179.819 billion, almost $180 billion, just shy of $180 billion was the all-time high. And currently, you know, market cap being $175.228 billion. So not too far away, you know, not too far away, less than $5 billion. And, you know, it can get there easily with the way Bitcoin, Litecoin, and Ethereum are moving, and they have been moving the last couple of days. So, you know, it's huge. That is huge. And only time will tell, to be honest with you. And, you know, I can definitely see it getting to that level before this weekend probably even starts. As long as, you know, we don't have crazy flow that's being spread. You know, Jamie Dimon is not opening his mouth. I think he kind of learned his lesson to not really talk about Bitcoin too much because, you know, he's being proven wrong every single time. Anytime somebody opens their mouth to talk negative about Bitcoin, or really the cryptocurrency market in general, has been proven wrong. And they will probably continue to be proven wrong as time goes on. And I only see great things for this overall market cap as time goes on. So, you know, kind of looking ahead into the future, you know, 5 to 10 years from now, imagine what it's going to be. You know, this could easily get up 10x from its current level now, to put it, you know, right at, you know, a little under $2 trillion. You know, $1 trillion should be the goal, but I can see this thing hitting $2 trillion. And really, the sky's the limit. The sky is definitely the limit. But let's see who else we got in here. Give you guys a little shout out. PK, what is up? K Bossless, good morning. Oscar, Daniel, strong hands. Hopefully you still have those strong hands on those coins that you're holding. Hopefully you're not holding them too long. You know, I think the coins that you're involved in, yeah, take your profit when those profits happen. Because when whales move out of those coins, it's going to take a while for them to come back to it. So, Aaliyah, how are you? But yeah, let's see what you guys are saying. Yeah, dude, I know you got strong hands. Do I have strong hands? Of course. Of course I got strong hands, man. You know me. Any thoughts on Salt? Well, you know, I'm going to put that down on my list. And if time permits. Yeah, I can only do a live stream for about an hour, but I'm going to cover BTC, Ether, and Litecoin because those are the three dominating cryptocurrencies right now. And they are really holding up the market, and they will probably continue to hold up the market. Even though there are a couple things that are up today. You know, Bitcoin Cash is up, Ethereum Classic is up, Zcash is up. You know, there are a couple things that are down, but you know, the overall market is doing pretty well. Stratus up 113%. Interesting. Interesting. I think that's Stratus. Let's see what else is up pretty big. BTC, 22%. Yeah, so, you know, there's a lot of things that's going up, but, you know, a lot of these coins that are up so much, are they going to maintain that level? I don't think they will, honestly. You know, that's just my opinion, but I doubt that they will maintain those type of levels. You know, especially if it's a coin that's prone to be pumped and dumped. You know, a lot of them don't really maintain a steady growth. But, you know, anything that's kind of, you know, in the top 4, the top 5, you know, they will sustain the type of up move, the type of growth that they have. Stefan, you got into XLM at the bottom yesterday because it was so cheap, below 300 Satoshis, and woke up with almost 3x. Nice, dude. Nice. Hopefully you have a plan of execution on that. You know, is it going to sustain the 3x return? That's huge. That's huge. Just don't get too greedy. You know, be happy with the profits. I'm not saying sell everything, but what I would do is lock in profits along the way and be happy with it, but not sell everything because, you know, just in case it does go up a little more. But yeah, you know, scale out of that position, lock in profits as it's going up. We have 300%, 3x. It's a lot. It is a lot, man. Congratulations. That's awesome. Hats off to you. I mean, you got in at the perfect time. You know, it's not something you bought months and months and months ago and you've been holding it and holding it and holding it. You know, you got in yesterday and it's up 3x today. Man, those are the type of trades you definitely want to be looking for. Oh, Ponzi's up 2.91%. Yeah. No, dude, do not sell your BTC for Ponzi. I don't even follow Ponzi. Do not do it. And if anybody tells you to do it, yeah, there's a motive. Do not do it. That's just my honest opinion, but you know, I can't tell you what to do. You got to make your own decision, bud. Salt lending. I don't know. We'll take a look at the chart. Stratus isn't up that high. What did I see here? What's STR? Stratus. At 113%. What was that? Now I'm confused. It's showing that it's up 113% on Polonius and Kraken. Let's get to Polonius real quick. Unless my eyes are playing tricks on me. But yeah, on CoinMarketCap, it doesn't show that it went up that high. Oh, Polonius. Oh, Stellar. Okay, I'm sorry. Stellar's up 106%. Yeah, sorry guys, I was looking at the wrong thing. But yeah, Stellar is up 106%. That's huge. That is huge for it. But yeah, Bossless, thank you so much for correcting me on that. Hey, and you guys got to remember, I'm only human. I'm only human. I make mistakes just like everybody else does. And if I do make those mistakes, definitely correct me on it. I will not hold it against you. But yeah, thank you so much. XLN versus XRP. I don't know, man. I'm not really a fan of Ripple. I've only traded it once. Never been a fan of it. But it was a quick, easy profit. We should take our greed uncontrollable or under control. Yeah, you have to. You really have to. And honestly, that's how a lot of traders kind of get taken out of the game. They get into something and whether it's because of research, because somebody told them to get in, because they happen to just buy it right before the pump, and then they can't control their emotions, and they want to hold it because they think that it can go up 6x, even though it's up 3x, or it can go up 1,000%, and that's really when it ends up turning back and going against you. So I'm always happy locking in profits. I'll pat myself on the back. If it goes up higher, you know what? There's nothing you can do about it, but at least you locked in the profits and you didn't hold and wish and hope, and then all of a sudden it crashes on you. I mean, anything could happen at any point. DGB not dead yet. There was, okay, so let me share with you guys. Let me try to find it. And I thought it was pretty cool. I got to see where I bookmarked it. Because it's hard to stay up to date with a lot of these cryptocurrencies, and what's really happening within the market. But coincalendar.info will give you a breakdown of really what's going on within the market. So what is today? Today's the 15th. So Binance coin burn announcement. BitShares being delisted on Bittrex. I didn't think I would see that coming, but it is being delisted. Vertcoin to be added to Ledger Nano S and Ledger Blue. So this is a great website that's really going to kind of break down exactly, per day, what is really happening within the market. And I'm glad I was able to kind of stumble upon this, and, it's a great tool. It's a great tool. And also, I was able to go ahead and order a Treasurer for $83. I got it for $83.03 on Amazon. And as soon as I saw this, I was like, I'm jumping on it, and I didn't click on this link. I actually went to be honest with you, I went into our Amazon affiliate link, which is on the bottom of this video, which, if you do shop on Amazon and you want to help out CryptoTraders Room, you can click on our Shop Amazon affiliate link. And I was able to order it that way so that at least, CryptoTraders Room will benefit from me ordering the Treasurer. So if you're looking for a hardware wallet and you have not gotten a hardware wallet yet, I would highly recommend it. $83, you cannot beat that whatsoever for the white one. Of course, the black one's just a little more expensive. I don't think they have the gray one on here. But yeah, I highly recommend getting a hardware wallet if you already don't have one. And if you want to help out CryptoTraders Room, please utilize that link. It'll definitely help us out, especially if you like what I do, doing these live streams and you do find this information helpful. But when I went to Treasurer's website, it was $135 USD after shipping. And I was like, well, why would I order it from Treasurer when I could actually get it from Amazon? So it should be here within hopefully the next couple of days, and I'll be able to safeguard my cryptocurrency that I am hodling. But yeah, I thought this was a great website. Great website. But yeah, on Amazon, they also have the Ledger Nano S for $76. You can't beat that at all. You cannot beat that price. So I jumped on it as soon as I saw it. I was like, I'm not going to allow this to sell out. I'm going to buy it. And I definitely bought it right away. So the talk of the town is XRP right now. Just had an announcement today to team up with Gates Foundation. Really? Bill Gates Foundation. They're teaming up with Bill Gates Foundation. Interesting. I wonder what type of collaboration they're going to be doing. That is interesting to know. Andrew, good morning, buddy. Carl, good morning. What's the website called again? It's called coincalendar.info. Want me to link it? I can definitely do that, buddy. And if you guys know of any great websites to be able to track what's happening in this cryptocurrency market, like a calendar like this, that'd be great if you guys can share that. Let me try to copy and paste this. I don't know why it won't let me paste it. But yeah, there it is. Yeah, definitely bookmark it and whatnot. It's for the poor. What's for the poor? Theo HX. I don't know what's for the poor. XRP. As long as you can lock in profits, I mean, really anything is tradable as long as you can lock in the profit, make some money off of it. Like I said before, don't fall in love with it because it's not going to love you back like your family does, unless it's a very solid cryptocurrency, very solid cryptocurrency. And if it is, then, you can have a little bit of love for it. But yeah, just, don't have that crazy attachment. Honestly, there's only one cryptocurrency that I've fallen in love with. And I've told you guys about it, I fell in love with it just, like the first time I fell in love with my wife when I met her. I told her that and she was cracking up. She was dying. All right, but yeah, let's go ahead and I'll try to get to some of the chats, but let's go ahead and take a look at BTC, F, as well as LTC. Oh, I gotta go ahead and customize this thing a little bit. So I lost everything. I had to kind of wipe my computer a little bit yesterday. So I kind of lost just about everything, to be honest with you. So, and I didn't go ahead and make sure that everything was set back to where it was. So I'm going to go ahead and get rid of some of these indicators and put the indicator that I do like to use. And we'll do the 717, which, you could change up these 717s to really whatever you want it to be, 10, 15. And then I usually like to use the 50. Some people use the 77 or 75, the 100, and then the 200-day moving average. And that's really what I'm going to use. All right, BTC. Let me go ahead and just plot out a couple of lines here. Should be support, hasn't crashed below that. Remember that 5,000 is going to be a psychological level. Just like that 4,000 was a psychological level. So anywhere between the 4,000 and this bar, which is probably just a little underneath it, right around the 49.30, 49.40. Or, she could actually come down, if she does, to 4,700 as well too. But that psychological level, if she does dip, and dips a little bit below 5,000, she's got to come back up. She's got to come back up. And this is the 1 hour chart that we are currently looking at. So each candlestick represents 1 hour's worth of price action movement. $47.11 is going to be basically the third area of support that it should maintain. Should is always a magic word, but I think with the hard fork, people are retaining BTC. They're not giving it up, and I don't blame them for retaining it and holding it because they're definitely being rewarded. Another area is going to be right above that 4,000 by 41.20, 41.30-ish, something to that extent. And really, I don't see this thing crash into these levels anytime soon. Now, can it? Yeah, it definitely can. It definitely can. We'll have to see exactly what happens after the fork. I'm hoping that people will take, their Bitcoin gold, sell it, put it into BTC. That's what I'm really hoping, or Ether, or Litecoin. Some of the dominating cryptocurrencies that I do talk about that are in the top 20, excluding some of the ones that I said that should not belong in that top 20. But 4,000 is going to be a very key psychological level if she gets to that level, but she's got to break other levels, and that 5,000 is a very key psychological level. So at the current moment, she is definitely holding up. And the reason why that 5,000 is kind of important, when I've talked about in the past is, you want to look at the history of the price action movement, and the history can somewhat dictate, future price action movement to an extent, not all the time. It's not 100%. Now remember, these are all probabilities. Trading is all about the probabilities of it doing a certain thing based on your research. And your theory is either going to be proven wrong or it's going to be proven right. One of those things is going to happen. And if you're proven right, that's great. If you're proven wrong, have a plan of action. Especially if it's a crap coin, have a plan of action. If it's Bitcoin, I would not panic. If this thing drops, don't panic and sell, because you're just adding fuel to that fire of more of a downside. I personally would not sell. If I was holding Bitcoin and this thing starts dropping, I would not panic and sell. I would not give up that strong hand whatsoever. Walk away from your computer, go have a beer, go take a walk, go for a hike, go for a drive, whatever it might be. But yeah, I would not be selling it. But reason why that 5,000 is a very important level is because it's right over here. Prior resistance becomes current support. Whoa, that's pretty big there. Prior resistance becomes usually current support. And, she broke out of that prior resistance with a vengeance. And that's just a clear confirmation of great things to happen. That 5,000 was not going to hold it down. And usually, with any other cryptocurrencies, they'll get to that all-time high, multi-year high, and it'll break down, or it'll kind of teeter-totter right in that range before breaking down. But yeah, this thing didn't teeter-totter at all. I mean, it broke out of it with a vengeance. And that's just a beautiful, beautiful chart here. Especially going back to September 16th or September 15th, that low of 2,980. And this is on Bitfinex that we're looking at. So it could be a little different on other exchanges that you are looking at. But yeah, this is a very healthy chart. It's maintaining an uptrend, and this uptrend will still, in my opinion, continue until possibly after the hard fork. And then we're going to have to really see exactly, what's going to happen after that hard fork. Are people going to sell off? I doubt they will. More likely, they'll sell their Bitcoin gold and still maintain BTC. Let me see if I can get another uptrend here. So we really got, if this thing cooperates with me. All right, I can't get this thing to cooperate. Let's see. Okay, there we go. So, we got a couple uptrends. And let me draw out the second uptrend, or the third uptrend. It hasn't really broken down below any of these three upward trend lines whatsoever. First upward trend, it should have really maintained and hugged, this first line that I drew out, kind of going back from September 24th all the way to its current price. It should have hugged it. It stayed way, way, way above it, and then the second uptrend would be right from this point here, and that's October 5th. It maintained that upward trend. It actually hugged it. It hugged it very close right up here before completely breaking out. And that was a break of 5,000. So really what it should have done was maintain that trend, taken a little while to get up there. But yeah, broke out of that trend line with a vengeance. So then, from that 5,000, basically we have a new upward trend, and she is maintaining that upward trend. So this is extremely, extremely bullish at the current moment. But we got to remember with the cryptocurrency market that anything is possible at any particular moment. So, not saying that this thing's going to keep going higher and higher and higher and never kind of correct. It's going to have correction, and it needs to have a correction. It needs to be healthy. And if it can't have a nice, healthy correction, then yeah, I would tread with caution, definitely. But yeah, definitely healthy. All right, let me see what you guys are saying. Treasure 2 should be out this year. I haven't heard anything about it yet. Is there I'll check out Treasure's website, but I'm sure it's going to be expensive. I don't think it's going to be cheap. And to my honest opinion, I mean, they're not going to stop supporting the original treasurer. So, I don't need anything fancy. It's all about needs for me, what I need, not what I want. It'd be great to have it, but do I really need the treasurer too? No. The original treasurer would do exactly what I needed to do. Later on, as time goes on, maybe I'll get it if the price drops. But yeah, I don't know what the price point is. If you know what the price point is, if they release that, definitely let me know. But it's probably not going to be that cheap. So the basically XRP teaming up with the Gates Foundation, yeah, definitely, and I figured it would be something in the sense of charity. Maybe they're going to give that was it 5 billion coins that they were being sued for. Maybe they'll put that to good use and actually donate it. I'm a big fan of Bill and Melinda Gates. What they do is great. It really is. Same thing with Warren Buffett. What he does for helping out the undeveloped world is truly amazing. Especially Warren Buffett. And I mean Bill Gates and Warren Buffett, they're good buddies. And I can see as time goes on, when they do pass away, that they would probably donate a large portion of their wealth to undeveloped nations. And same thing with Oprah Winfrey. I'm a big fan of Oprah Winfrey as well too, because they like to give. They like to give, and that is great. Ripple is a good project, but bad investment. The Ripple technology is great. XRP token sucks. XRP sucks. Excuse me. CoinMarketCow.com. Is that another one? Let me jot that down. Actually, I'll go to it right now. As well as Crypto Runner. Yeah, you know what? This was the one that I was actually looking for. And for some reason, I couldn't find it. Yeah, I read just the headline real quick as I was driving my kids to school. And I was like, oh, that's great. I got to find this. But there was no link at all. But I ended up finding Coin Calendar, this one. But yeah, this was the one I was actually looking for. So that's great. I'm going to have to bookmark this. Daniel, thank you for sharing that. And welcome, by the way. First time I'm seeing your name. It's awesome. It's great. And if you're a new time viewer, like I said, welcome again. It's a pleasure to have you. Thank you for finding us. Don't be a stranger. Definitely chat, say what's up. And if you do find some of this information helpful, pound that like button and definitely stay connected with us on Steam and Twitter as well as Facebook. And sign up for our mailing list. And you can do that by going to CryptoTradersRoom.com and fill out the brief questionnaire. We'll get that questionnaire. We'll review that questionnaire and send you an invite to our general Slack chat room. Crypto Runner as well too. You guys are giving me some good information or good sites to kind of keep an eye on. Coin Runner. Oh, Crypto Runner. I'm sorry. Crypto Runner, not Tuner. Chainlink. We can take a look at Chainlink later. All right, so let me go ahead and bookmark this. That's awesome for, excuse me, for sharing that with me, Oscar. Welcome, by the way. Charity is not profitable. Ivan, charity is not supposed to be profitable. It's not supposed to be. That's what's called charity. It's helping out people that are less fortunate. And we got to remember that there are a lot of people that are less fortunate than we are. And that's kind of what keeps me sane. A lot of bad things do happen to a lot of people. A lot of bad things have happened to me. But I think about how fortunate I am and that there are a lot of people out there that are less fortunate than I am. And that kind of brings my mood up and, say, what? I should be happy with what I have, because there are people that don't have what I have, clothes on their back, food on the table, roof over their head. And, I've seen poverty. I've seen it. I've lived in it. I've gotten to travel Northeast Africa and seen a lot of poverty. So I'm very fortunate for what I have and very blessed. And I always keep that in the back of my mind. But yeah, charity is not supposed to be profitable. And if anybody's profiting off charity, karma's a bitch. Karma's a bitch. It'll come back. ND Theo, you're absolutely right, man. Yeah, he's very smart, dude. He's, give up a little bit of your wealth, donate some of those computers. And yeah, what are people going to be using? Microsoft. It's like Budweiser. Well, I mean, Budweiser doesn't donate beer, but but the Budweiser brand is known everywhere. Everywhere. It doesn't matter, where you go, when I first came to this country, my dad would go to the bar and, people were like, what do you want to drink? And first thing, Budweiser. That's all he knew was Budweiser. In a lot of countries, that's all they know is Budweiser. They don't know anything about any of the other good beer out there. But Lazy, good morning. Good morning. All right. So, and we'll take a look at salt as well, too. But yeah, Chainlink, 18%, 45. But, it's only traded on one exchange. Oh, no, it's not. I'm sorry. Binance, Ether Delta, and Mercatox. But volume is non-existent on those. So Binance is definitely, has a lot of the volume, especially in the BTC and F pair. But yeah, what has this thing been doing? What is the overall chart looking? And I don't know if you guys got into on, the pre-ICO. Well, the pre-ICO probably not, because they were probably asking for like, a billion Ether. Not a billion, but you know what I mean. They were asking for probably a lot of Ether for the minimum investment. But I do like Chainlink, and I like the fact that they're willing, or they're trying to connect, the outside world, be the middleman, between cryptocurrency and the outside world, and I do like that. So we'll see exactly as time goes on how they're going to develop this project, but if they really can connect the outside world, and become that Chainlink, very very good name to pick, if they can become that link between the outside world and crypto. That's going to do great things. That's going to, increase that mass adoption between companies, people, and cryptocurrency, and exceed this market cap to that 1 trillion, 2 trillion, 10 trillion, as time goes on. Not anytime soon, but as time goes on. So let's see, is this thing hitting all-time high? 47 cents, 46 cents. What was the high prior to that? So it looks like 48 cents was the prior high, a little over 48 cents. So she hasn't really topped out yet at that all-time high. She could have a retracement hitting that all-time high. Let's see, 48.8 is currently the price that she's at. So we'll have to see exactly as time goes on, if it's going to sustain this type of move, or if she's going to kind of break down to key levels of support. And if she does, then I'm not interested in buying this, but I do kind of like the project and what they're doing. 37 cents, could be a strong support right around the 38, 37 cents. That's if she breaks this 39 cents here, which is just the bottom that she set, early this morning before really having a nice run up to 48 cents. But yeah, so, we'll see if there's great things that are going to be happening with Chainlink. And as long as they can develop what they're saying they're going to develop and link that outside world to crypto, then yeah, it'll be great. It will be great. Salt, let's take a look at salt and see where salt is listed. So it's not up to much. It's not up that much. Yeah, they a lot of these cryptocurrencies, I mean, they need to be on a bigger exchange, a lot bigger exchange. And when they're definitely not going to get put on Gemini or Coinbase, to be honest with you. But Kraken, Bitfinex, those are really the two that come to mind. I think Binance is definitely getting up there, and that's good that they're listed on Binance. But yeah, they need a couple more exchanges. Wouldn't help for Bittrex and Poloniex, even though I don't really like Poloniex too much. So I wonder if Binance will allow me to let me click on them. I wonder if they will allow me to get into their system without really having to log in and look at their charting. Yeah, this is not really user friendly. All right, salt. Let's see. Yeah, I'm not too impressed with this exchange. Not too impressed with it. Not really great for charting. Yeah, this is not a trader's platform whatsoever. I mean, I need candlesticks. You know, I live and eat candlesticks. I dream about candlesticks. This is something that long-term investors would look at. There we go. Now I got candlesticks. Ah, beautiful, beautiful. This is what I'd like to see. Let me go ahead and enlarge this. I need the whole thing to fill up though, but that's all right. That's all right. At least we got candlesticks. And I like this. I think they need to add more features to it. So 1 minute, 5 minutes, 15 minutes, and I can't zoom in or out. I got to scroll right or left. Yeah, they definitely need to develop this a little better, just a little better. But I think they're getting there. So this is on a BTC pair, 1 hour candlestick chart. This thing has definitely taken a beating. I mean, but of course it was just listed. Let's see if I can get a date on this. September 30th, just listed. So this is my first time using this this exchange, guys. So I got to try to figure out, you know, if I'm able to customize it or not to be able to use this for a future. But yeah, I got to be able to zoom in or out, not scroll left to right. And I don't think I can plot out any points of interest. But really 0.017, you know, let's just say 0.018. I think it's going to have a time, I think it's going to have a hard time getting up to that level anytime soon. But I mean, if I could plot this out, that's really where the resistance, the all-time high resistance would be, not this 0.002. You know, that's usually what happens when it's listed on an exchange. It pumps up like crazy and then it dumps right back down. So never buy it initially when it gets listed on an exchange. You know, just wait for it to come to you. A lot of people will chase this thing when it gets listed, and they end up getting burned in the long run. But high 0.81. I'm sorry, 0.0018. That was the high. Let's see if there's any other points of where it might have retraced from or ran up. 0.871. So it attempted to break out above that high, and it really couldn't do it. Yeah, I'll have to play around with this a little more. I don't want to waste too much time trying to play around with this and figure this out. But yeah, if I can figure out a way to plot out, you know, support and resistance and trend and things like that, then we'll definitely do it. But yeah, as of right now, you know, this thing has been downtrending, and it's been downtrending for an extended period of time. Yeah, I mean, really, if we really look at the 1-day chart, and too bad I can't really scroll it and move it. But yeah, way on the left-hand side, you know, this thing has been free falling, definitely free falling. So the low that is set was basically 0.000466, and it's not too far away from that low. The low today on this current candlestick was basically 0.000493. So, you know, I would wait for some sort of confirmation, and that confirmation would be, you know, at least maybe on the 1 hour chart, 60-minute chart, to see it, you know, start to uptrend and continue uptrend, and not just really go a little bit parabolic and break right back down. And I don't know how they have the moving averages set, but we do have 3 moving averages on here. So I'm going to assume 717 and maybe 50, something to that extent. But yeah, if you could plot out the 100-day moving average and it breaks the 100-day moving average, then, you know, that might be somewhat of a safe play, because then, you know, it's uptrending and you're not buying it, you know, trying to catch a falling knife. But yeah, I personally would not trade this right now, but I can't tell you what to do. But, you know, if you're adamant about trading this thing, then, you know, maybe just get your feet wet a little bit. Don't go all in, you know, because this thing could definitely break right back down. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at ETH. Is there sound? There should be sound. I'm going to pause this for a second. Can anybody else hear me? Because Dylan can't hear me. Okay, good. All right. Dylan, dude, you scared me there for a second. I was like, man, I'm doing all this talking and I get, telling me there's no sound after 55 minutes of being on this live stream. Whew. Okay, good. Thank you, Lazy Jay. I appreciate it. There is sound. So something on your end, Dylan. Maybe hit refresh. Whew, man. All right, so ETH on Bitfinex. And it's probably going to be the same thing where nothing's going to be set for me. Let's go ahead and take a look at this is the 4-hour chart. So same thing with ETH. Really the trend, if you do a side-by-side comparison with, the top 3, top 4 cryptocurrencies, they're all going to be uptrending. They're all not breaking down. They're all not doing the complete opposite of each other. Currently, right now, they are going to be on an uptrend. And man, I forgot what I said last time on the live stream, but let's go ahead and plot out some points. Of course, 319, 320, was always a level that it had to break through. So let's go ahead and see, make sure where that 320, 319 is. So right about on this candlestick right here. That was really a level of resistance and a very strong resistance, to be honest with you. As we can see, after it really dipped to $198, and that was on September 15th when BTC fell to under 3,000. It really had a hard time breaking out above that 320. And we can see for an extended period of time, she basically almost consolidated, but she consolidated on a nice uptrend. That's the uptrend consolidation, which is beautiful, definitely beautiful. And, if I would have had plotted this out like this a while back, I would have said, okay, what, let's see if we get wedged, right in this wedge here and see if we get a nice uptick. But she actually did that way beforehand, broke out with a vengeance, confirmed breakout above that 320. And here's that candlestick that gave us that clear cut of a confirmed breakout. Now, I said it before and I'll say it again. Prior resistance becomes current support, right? Now, not all the time, it's not 100%, but it's the probabilities of it, and the probabilities are a lot higher. So if we really look at this chart, that 320, 319 was a prior resistance for it. And she had a confirmed breakout. But when she came back down, where did she come back down to? Right, basically close to that 319, right over here. She broke with low a little bit, perfectly fine, as long as she makes it right back up. So prior resistance has become current support, and she is still maintaining that current support, which is a beautiful thing. And those are the things that I kind of look for. So the probabilities of this thing holding up are highly likely. They are very likely because she is showing us that, she broke out of that resistance with a vengeance, where she had a hard time for an extended period of time for almost a month, couldn't break out above it, confirmed breakout. And of course, profit taking is going to happen. It's normal. It's healthy. As long as she doesn't break right back down to where she was and have a hard time getting right back up above it. But yeah, she broke down to 315, came right back up and actually, got it to not an all-time high, but a new high based on, the high that we saw back on September 3rd. So she's not breaking out above that September 2nd high, and that September 2nd high was 368. So let's go ahead and plot out that 368. That's really going to be, another area that she must maintain between the current high that she hit of 355 and this resistance. I would say this is a soft resistance. This is not a hard resistance whatsoever. It's a soft resistance. It could easily blow through it. And she just needs to give us a clear confirmation, a clear, signal of a breakout in the sense of what she did right over here. That's a clear confirmation of a breakout. So as long as she can maintain the current level that she's at, which is a very healthy level, and gets right up above or close to its previous, high at 355 that was set really October 16th. This will be a very bullish pattern. And as long as she can maintain that 355 and between 368, it's only going to be a matter of time before she breaks out of that with a vengeance. And then, of course, we got to remember that there is going to be a very hard resistance. I don't think this is a soft resistance. I think this is a hard resistance, 395. So 395 is going to be a very hard resistance. So let's go ahead and zoom out of here. I got to look at the 6-hour chart. And I do apologize if I'm missing any of the comments, but I will definitely try to get to them. I'm probably not going to be able to cover Litecoin. I'll try to spend the rest of the time trying to interact with you guys as best as I can before I do end this live stream. And I do have to get off this live stream, unfortunately. And you guys know, if I could have this live stream go for hours and hours, I would. But I got a lot of things I need to do. Some apparent reason, somebody threw a rock, or I don't know, somebody threw something at my car, and it shattered the sunroof. So I was gorilla taping it last night, and it poured hard. So I had water in my car this morning, which kind of sucked. So I got to try to make an appointment to get that fixed tomorrow, because I don't think that gorilla tape is going to hold up too well, and try to clean up all the glass. Unfortunately, I didn't find the rock, but something hit it hard and completely shattered it. All right, so let's see. 395, like I said, is going to be that strong resistance. It's close to its all-time high on Bitfinex, all-time high, 415. I'm sorry, not 415, 412.21, 412.21. So, as long as FUD is not being spread, and as long as, we still maintain an uptrend, this should continue, and it should break out above that all-time high. Now, that's always a magic word, should. Like, remember, it could easily go the wrong way. So, don't buy it here thinking, oh, well, Jonas said it's going to hit all-time high and break out above it. It might not do it. So, don't gamble based on that. But if you have it, if you're already in this position, that's great. That is great. So, those are key levels that we must really keep an eye on to see, how is she breaking out above these key levels. And I remember saying this a while back, when ETH was at 395, and she didn't give us a clear confirmation of a breakout, right at this level here. I said, there's going to be a downtrend. It's going to downtrend. It's going to break down because it didn't break out of this with a vengeance. There is no clear confirmation of a breakout. And, she teeter-tottered for a little bit. So if we really get granular on this, and I don't think I can get too granular without being able to scroll and get to that specific point. Let's see if I can. No, I can't. So, if you're able to look at this very granular, we're looking at this on a 6-hour chart. So each candlestick represents 6 hours worth of price action movement. But yeah, it was an extended period of time that it wasn't going to break out. And I looked at this and I was like, there's no clear confirmation of a breakout. It's going to break down. And that's exactly what she did. So we'll have to see exactly, how things play out. And if she can break out of, with a vengeance above key levels of resistance, then yeah, this thing is extremely bullish, extremely bullish. And I got to find the chart that I posted on Slack chat, that basically plotted out key areas of support, key areas of resistance. And, and I put on there, what areas of support were, bearish, extremely bearish, or very bearish. And then what areas of support, were, if it breaks these areas of support, if it broke the areas of resistance, what areas were bearish, very bearish, super bearish, extremely bearish. I got to try to find that. And I know it is on the Slack chat that I posted under F, I think. But yeah, so it's still healthy. Very good price action movement. And if anybody's holding, hats off to you. The strong hands definitely will pay off. Yeah, Dylan, it must be on your end. So yeah, that's weird. That is weird. So I'm just glad, that I didn't mute the microphone, or microphone get unplugged and I didn't notice it. Because yeah, that would have just sucked, I'm sorry, I need a sip of coffee. I'm running on fumes here. Ali, welcome. And if you guys have any questions, I do have about 11 more minutes left. I'll try to answer as many questions as I can, the best way I can. If I can't answer them, I'm not going to BS you to try to answer them. I'll just flat out tell you, I have no clue, to be honest with you. But Ali, when is it safe to sell Bitcoin after the fork and still get Bitcoin gold? Yeah, to take advantage of Bitcoin gold, you definitely want to hold it until after the fork. Now, should you sell Bitcoin? No. Well, I can't tell you what to do. But let's say, Ali, I was in your position. Would I sell Bitcoin? Definitely not. I would not sell Bitcoin whatsoever. I would sell Bitcoin Gold. That's what I would do. But remember, I mean, don't do something because I'm doing it. You got to do something, what you feel is right, what you feel comfortable doing, because at the end, it's your decision. You don't want to follow anybody else's lead, because let's just say hypothetically, you sell Bitcoin Gold and Bitcoin Gold decides to take off. Now, should you sell it right away? Definitely not. I wouldn't sell it right away. Actually, I mean, I wouldn't even touch Bitcoin Gold, until you can get your Bitcoin off whatever wallet that you have it on. Do not attempt to transfer Bitcoin Gold. Do not attempt to transfer Bitcoin Gold. Make sure that your Bitcoins are safe first. Move them to another address. Then you can do whatever you want to do with your Bitcoin Gold. But do not attempt to sell Bitcoin Gold. Do not attempt to transfer Bitcoin Gold until you have secured your Bitcoins. Because right now, I don't think there's replay protection. And I think, to my understanding, if you try to move Bitcoin Gold, somehow, some way, it's going to expose your private key for Bitcoin. And somebody could probably steal it. So, I mean, correct me, guys, if I'm wrong. Please do so. Because I want to definitely give Ali, a good recommendation. But yeah, I don't recommend selling Bitcoin, to be honest with you. If I had Bitcoin, which I don't have any Bitcoins, a lot of people are very surprised that I don't have Bitcoin. I wish I did, but I don't. I think I have a lot of respect for Bitcoin to not trade it. And if I had it, I would probably trade it instead of holding on to it, because I am a trader. But yeah, just make sure your Bitcoin is secure first before you attempt to sell Bitcoin Gold. You need me to keep this live stream going for the next 5 hours of your workday. Lazy J, I appreciate that comment, man. And if I could, I definitely would. But I can't, man. I got to deal with the situation with my car. I got to get that sunroof fixed. Unless you want to cruise over to my place and fix that sunroof for me and replace it, then yeah, I'll keep this live stream going. And you guys know, I mean, I've done, 2-hour-long, 3-hour-long live streams. If I could stay on the live stream, I would definitely do these live streams. But I do have a lot of stuff I need to do. Yeah, man, don't tell me it's expensive. Don't tell me it's expensive. I had 3 years ago on my Pathfinder. You guys know, I drive a Pathfinder. I've been driving this Pathfinder for years. It's, I love this thing. I have an emotional attachment to it. I will never get rid of it. To me, it's the best car ever. It's a 2002 Nissan Pathfinder, and I love this thing. I love it just like I love my wife. To be honest with you, I do, and she hates it when I say that to her. But I got my my windshield fixed because it had a crack, and it was like $180, I think. So that's what I'm expecting. I can deal with that, but yeah, it sounds expensive. It's not good. That's not good. Don't you think that we're looking at ABC, Elliott Wave? I really need to use Elliott Wave. I don't use Elliott Wave too much. I've looked at it, once or twice, and then, it just wasn't an indicator that kind of interest me, to be honest with you. But yeah, I'll definitely have to, and I'm not going to BS you about Elliott Wave. Yeah, I'm just not too familiar with it. I've looked at it. I've just never really heavily used it and heavily relied on it. And I try not to rely on a lot of indicators, to be honest with you. I rely on what I plot out, my support and resistance and the uptrend and the volume and the RSI. Those are really key things as new traders you should be really focused on. But Dubai V, welcome, buddy. Thanks for joining. You think BitGold is friendly and have protection until 2x? Yeah, I don't know what it has, to be honest with you. I don't know. And I hope it does have protection. I hope it does have replay protection, because I don't want to see anybody lose their Bitcoins. I don't want to see anybody lose any money in general, to be honest with you. I want to see you guys make $1, then end up losing $1. But yeah, I mean, if you really take a look at the chart on Bitcoin Cash and what it did, yeah, it went up to like what, depending on what exchange you're looking at, but $600 to $800, something to that extent, before really crashing hard. I didn't suffer from FOMO and buy it, above 400. I didn't even buy it at 300. I didn't even buy it at 200, 250. I waited for it to come to me at 200. Now, did I know it was going to come down to 200? No, I had no clue. But that's where I felt comfortable buying it. And if it didn't get to that level, oh well, There's no sweat off my back. But I got to that level, and that's the level that I was waiting for. That's a plan of execution that I had for Bitcoin Cash. And when I got to that level of my price execution, I took advantage of it because I was patiently waiting for it. Now, if it would have broke, to 150, it would have been no sweat off my back again, because I was patient enough to wait for it. Now if I would have suffered from FOMO and bought it at, 400, 500, whatever, 600, yeah, I would have probably kicked myself and been like, why did I do that? Why did I not allow this thing to come to me? I'm a very patient trader. So I don't suffer from FOMO. I don't panic sell. I wait for things to come to me. If they come to me, that's great. If it doesn't, oh well, it doesn't. I don't kick myself and be like, oh, I missed out on, all these gains, blah, blah, blah. This market will always be here. It's not going to go anywhere at all, So let's see, Ali, after the fork, the price is going to dip back to lower levels. So are you talking about BTC? I didn't read the rest of the comments. So let's see, after the fork, the price is going to dip back to lower levels, in your opinion. So you want to sell them off and buy back in. So you need to know when it's safe to sell Bitcoin and Bitcoin Gold. Man, I can't tell you that. Can't tell you that. I don't have an answer for you. What is a good price to sell? You got to be comfortable. Really right now it is all-time high. Let's go back to BTC. BTC on Bitfinex. It's not too far from its all-time high. And, and this thing is not telling me that it's going to break down at whatsoever at this current time. What my speculation is, between Bitcoin, gold, and Bitcoin, my speculation is, there's probably a lot more people out there that don't trust Bitcoin Gold, because of really the way it was created and possibly the manipulation behind it. But there is a lot of backing on Bitcoin. We know that. If you really look at the chart, there's a lot of backing for Bitcoin. So my speculation is, and I could be completely wrong. Remember that. I could be completely wrong. I'm only human, But my speculation is that people will sell Bitcoin Gold to get Bitcoin and put it right into Bitcoin. Or they might put it into Ether or Litecoin, whatever, they feel comfortable putting it into. But I don't see Bitcoin really selling off, when the fork happens on October 25th, within a couple of days, basically, 9 days, I think it is. But I would be probably a little more worried to see what's going to happen after 2x, and only time will tell. So I don't know. You could, Ali, you could be completely right. I could be wrong, or vice versa. So either your theory is going to be proven right, or it's going to be proven wrong, or my theory is going to be proven right or proven wrong. No one knows 100%, to be honest with you. Really, the only people that know are, the whales that are basically in cahoots with each other, that, they have a game plan, whether they're going to drop it or whether they're going to rise or have it rise. They're the only ones that kind of know that, hey, you know what? There's going to be a dip on BTC because we're going to be unloading and selling. And unless you're part of that group, you really, we have no clue. We have no clue. Remember, we're only a sperm whale, in this ocean of big whales. We're only that little sperm whale. But hopefully, as time goes on, that sperm whale could actually grow up to being a baby whale, and that baby whale can actually grow up to be a bigger whale. As time goes on, and you're actually increasing your profits and making money, I'm sure some of you guys will end up being whales later on, because of cryptocurrency. You'll make that money that you're looking for. You'll make a couple $1 million. But right now, we're only that little sperm whale. That's hopefully, try not to get eaten by a shark. and the sharks are, in my opinion, the sharks are basically the short sellers. Short sellers are the sharks. Salam, kamay Allah. Oh man, tsubuk Allahu oni kamay Allah saha dahanda. Entai tagabir. Oni man, I owe you a 101 personal chat. So anytime you want to chat, I'll give you my number. Give me a call, and yeah, we can definitely talk to Grinya. I don't speak Amharic. The only thing I know in Amharic is Indemine, Denado, Dena. I don't know too much Amharic, but Tigrinya and Amharic, a lot of the words are very similar. So, if I listen to somebody speaking Amharic, I can kind of pick up what they're saying, but I wouldn't be able to have a conversation in Amharic. But yeah, salam. To you, I would say merhaba. Merhaba. Merhaba is also Arabic. It means welcome, or merhaban. But yeah, Oni, man, I got a lot of respect for you, considering you at one point spoke my language. A lot of respect for you, man. Nothing but the utmost. That's awesome. So let's see, reflight protection is still not implemented for BitGold, less than 10 days away. Yeah, and that's the one thing that scares me. And that's the one thing that I was telling Ali. Oni, I don't think you were on here, and please correct me if I'm wrong. You know, he was talking about selling Bitcoin gold. And I said, you know, not to move or touch that Bitcoin gold until he actually secures his Bitcoin. Because there is a possibility that if he tries to sell it or try to transfer out his Bitcoin gold, you know, it might expose his private key. And if it exposes his private key, then more likely, you know, somebody's going to drain his Bitcoin. You know, so correct me if I'm wrong, please. But yeah, I definitely want you guys to stay safe and play this safe. Still in the name of BTC. Yeah. You know, a lot of things are, man, like EBTC. I'm just like, what is this? A fake coin based on a real coin? I'm like, what is going on in this cryptocurrency market? You know, and a lot of new people coming onto this market are just, you know, they're going to be confused. They really are going to be confused. Unfortunately. No one talking lumens, hard forking. Welcome, by the way. No, I wasn't talking about it, and I would talk about it, but it's 11:16. I was supposed to get off this live stream, but I just want to answer just a couple questions, and then I got to go and figure out this windshield thing and get this fixed before I got bigger problems in my hand. The people spoke and said, hell no. And now, in your honest opinion, they have a goal of stealing your BTC via no play protection. Yeah, so that's kind of what I was telling, you know, Ali, where he might expose his private keys. You know, and I don't want you guys to do that. So just, you know, play it smart, you know, maybe just kind of sit back, you know, after the fork happens and you see your Bitcoin gold, just kind of sit back, you know, immerse yourself into as much information as you can. But yeah, the one thing that you should probably do is either do nothing and just leave it alone. Don't even touch it. You can look at it, of course, and touch it in the sense of moving it or trying to sell it, or worry about getting, you know, securing your Bitcoin first. Then once you know that your Bitcoin is secure in a different wallet, then you can do whatever you want to do with your Bitcoin gold. Yeah, Ali, exactly. People are buying BTC to take advantage of Bitcoin gold. Absolutely, 100%, dude. Absolutely. I don't know if they'll sell BTC though after this fork, you know, because really we have another 2x happening. So I don't think they're going to sell, to be honest with you. That's just my opinion. I could be wrong. I could be completely wrong. But I mean, if I had, let's just say hypothetically, I had Bitcoin, you know, I take advantage of Bitcoin gold, right? And then what I'm going to do is if I want to sell Bitcoin gold, I'm going to secure my Bitcoin. And then when the 2x happens, I'm not going to sell Bitcoin, not because I want to take advantage of 2x. If I sell Bitcoin and ends up going higher, then I got to pay a higher price to buy it back in to take advantage of the 2x. You know, that's going to happen in November. So my honest opinion is, you know, I'm thinking like, you know, what traders would do. And, you know, I've been trading for a while, and, you know, what I think they would do is that they're going to hold on to BTC. You know, they're more likely going to probably get rid of a bit gold and put it into BTC so that when that 2x hard fork happens, you know, they're able to capitalize and get more BTC. Now, after that 2x in November, who knows? Then you could be absolutely right. You could be absolutely right that people will probably sell BTC to lock in the profit because there probably is going to be a downtrend. But yeah, the B gold is definitely keeping the price up, and 2x is definitely going to keep the price up, in my honest opinion. You have no idea what I said when I was speaking to Grinya. Yeah, well, we'll converse on that 101 that I owe you, and I've owed you that 101 for a very long time, due to your generosity. I don't know what is a good buy right now, even though it's up 100% in 5 hours. Probably lumens, I'm assuming, since that was your last comment. Yeah, Oni, right back at you, brother. Right back at you. Ali, absolutely, brother. You know, we'll see what happens. You know, and that's all we could do. You know, only time will tell. You know, time will tell. Yeah, the Bob Marley album, my favorite album. Time will tell. But yeah, I got to get off this live stream, guys. I do appreciate you guys joining. You guys know I have nothing but the utmost respect for you guys. I love seeing new people on this live stream. Don't be a stranger. Keep coming back and keep chatting. And if you are a new time viewer and you haven't chatted, and you haven't said what's up, definitely do it. Get your name out here, say what's up, I'll give you a shout out, become a regular, ask questions, and I do my best to answer the questions as best as I can. And if I don't know the answer, I'm not going to BS you guys. I'm not here to BS anybody. If I have the answer, I'll give it to you. If I don't have it, I don't know it. I'm only a human being, and I don't know everything. I'm not an AI at all. But yeah, thank you for joining. Nothing but the utmost respect. This is Crypto Trader and CryptoTraders Room, the only place where we eat, drink, sleep, dream, trade, and invest in digital currencies. And if you haven't done so already and you found this information helpful, pound that like button. Pound it, euro that like button. Do whatever you want to do with that like button. And don't forget to click on that subscribe button as well as the post notification, and stay connected with us on Steam, Twitter, as well as Facebook. And check out our website, sign up for our mailing list, and answer that brief questionnaire. We'll take a look at that questionnaire, vet it, and then we'll send you an invitation to our general Slack chat room where there are people conversing from all over the world. And it's a very small chat room. It's not that big. And as time goes on, it probably will get bigger and bigger and bigger. But it's a great place to kind of hang out and talk crypto, and give you guys a place where you can converse, a safe place where you can converse. And that's really one of the biggest things about cryptocurrency right now. And a lot of chat rooms, a lot of them are not safe. So Crypto Traders Room, in my opinion, and hopefully, you guys can attest to it if you're already in it. It is a safe room. Nobody's there to take advantage of anybody, to mislead anybody. That is not the intentions whatsoever, and that's not my intention. So, definitely join. Become a regular, become part of the group. But until Wednesday for our regular live stream. But there is going to be a very special live stream tomorrow, and I went ahead and scheduled it. But I will be interviewing Daniel, who's the CEO, Business Development Officer of Crypto20. C20 token. He agreed to do an interview. I basically kind of shot him a message and said, hey, would you want to be interviewed? And he was all up for it. He's like, yeah, sure. So, I will be doing an interview with him, anywhere from 45 minutes to an hour, so that, you guys can be well versed in what Crypto20 is. And then, but yeah, definitely, click on that post notification, because that'll be a great live stream interview that I will be doing. And it's a first for Crypto Traders Room. That is the first that I will be interviewing, the CEO, Business Development Officer of a cryptocurrency. And I'm a firm believer of that cryptocurrency. And I think they, in the future, they'll do great things. So until then, nothing but the utmost respect, peace and love. Stay safe wherever you are. And we'll talk soon.